Hello friends, welcome to Game It Up. My name is Dave and this is a review of Penny's Big Breakaway for the Nintendo Switch. A review copy was very kindly supplied by Private Division, so thank you very much for that. And a big thank you to everyone checking us out. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't already. We have plenty more reviews coming. So, what is Penny's Big Breakaway? It's a 3D platformer created by the developers behind Sonic Mania. That alone was enough to make me want this game, and playing it was most certainly enough to make me glad I wanted this game because, spoiler alert, I had a pretty good time with it. Speaking of spoilers, I will mostly be showing footage of the first 3 worlds, and anything beyond that will be very brief and unnoticeable, so no late game goodies will be revealed here. Don't say I don't take care of you. So, what's so special about this particular 3D platformer, I hear you all cry? Well, let's start at the beginning. Penny is auditioning to perform at a gala with her mad yo-yo skills, but things go awry when her yo-yo becomes sentient and rips the Emperor's clothes off. If that doesn't warrant jail time, then nothing does, quite frankly. Penny then goes on the run trying to evade the penguin guards that the Emperor has sent out. So you're on the run, and as you'd expect from the people experienced with a Sonic game, you gotta go fast. At times anyway. The game eases you into its controls with a handy tutorial level: left stick to move, B to jump, Y to attack with your yo-yo, and A to ride on the yo-yo. You can also use the triggers to ride on the yo-yo, which I found more comfortable. The L and R buttons can be used to jump, which I didn't find more comfortable, and you can use the right stick to attack with the yo-yo, which was sometimes more comfortable. So that's how the controls work, but how do they feel? To put it simply, pretty darn good, with a couple of niggles I should warn you about. So when it comes to movement, the game is heavily based on building up momentum and maintaining it in order to traverse the levels quickly. Holding A or a trigger to ride the yo-yo doesn't automatically make you go fast. You will need either a slope or boost pad in order to do that. You can also hold the button down while stationary to charge up a spin dash style move. But that alone won't make you shoot off fast, as you can easily lose momentum if you're on a flat surface or going uphill. If you press the attack button again after you've already sent your yo-yo out, you will be launched in the direction that the yo-yo is pointing. Combining this with your jump will let you gain some extra air time, which is very useful for getting across gaps. Especially since if you hold the Y button down, the yo-yo holds its position in mid-air and you can swing back and forth to help time your jump. I love swinging mechanics in games. This was quite tricky to do at times though, as jumping from this didn't always feel particularly responsive. And that's one gripe about the controls. There are times that I feel like it's working really well and I get some momentum going, but for some reason it doesn't always feel satisfying. It's almost like I should be going faster than I am when I successfully string moves together, but I'm not quite going at a consistent speed that I feel like I should. But maybe that's by design, as keeping the momentum does take practice and skill. Luckily, a lot of the levels are designed with this in mind, and you'll find plenty of areas that give you slopes, ramps, springboards, bars to swing on, and all sorts of other goodies to play with. Like there's screws to spin up and down, power-ups that let you break walls and speed over dangerous terrain, and there's also etc. This feeling of combining moves and building this momentum is emphasised by gaining score. Yeah, a platformer where I care about getting a score, who knew? A combo meter appears when you string tricks together, which increases how much you get. When you finish a level, you get shown a progress bar towards a target score for that level. Just the small touches like that make all the difference. Oh, and finishing a level ends with you doing a nice little performance with your yo-yo with some quick time events too. It's pretty fun. So why would you want to go fast? Because you're on the run from the penguins, and they will pop out in large numbers at certain places in the levels. You can use your yo-yo to fight them off, but when they touch you, they will attach to you, and if you have 5 attached to you at a time, you're captured and it's back to the checkpoint. These moments are where the right analog stick comes in handy. Using the Y button just makes the yo-yo shoot out in the direction you're facing, but with the right stick you can shoot it in any direction, and even better, rotating it will make you twirl it around you, knocking the penguins left, right and centre. One thing I want to warn you about though with the attacking is not to button bash. There were many times I was hammering the Y button when surrounded by penguins just out of instinct, and I accidentally launched myself off the stage. So getting captured by penguins or falling off the stage will result in you losing a hit point and being sent back to the last checkpoint, which are scattered throughout the level. If you run out of hit points and get a game over, then you have the option to either start from the beginning or retry from the checkpoint, but you lose 10,000 points in the process. It really is interesting to see the different ways modern platformers handle life systems. You will be collecting these coins which can be used in the shop on the menu, which can give you some perks to help you, such as extra hit points or a rescue from falling down a pit. But simply getting through the levels fast is not all that's on offer here, as there are some optional collectibles too. There are some alternate paths and hidden areas which can either be a shortcut or hiding one of these collectibles. There are 3 hexagon shaped collectibles, I'm not too sure what they're called, in each stage, which can be used to purchase smaller challenge stages on the menu, which are a fun time that use the game mechanics well. There are also NPCs you'll come across that require some assistance. These can include carrying an item to someone, destroying something, gaining a high score in a single combo, just fun little extra challenges. And you know me, I see the checklist for these on the level select screen and I just have to get them all. It really is nice that they included stuff like this to give you the option to slow down and really appreciate the levels. And appreciate them I do. As you have probably noticed, this game is visually stunning. The game uses a lot of vibrant colours, not at all in keeping with the themes of the levels as you'd usually see them, but it helps this game stand out. Although the themes of the worlds are different, going from a city to a desert, a bathroom to an ice world, each with their own gimmicks, although it helps the game stand out in its own right, I do find when thinking back after playing, the levels don't always stand out from each other. Despite the themes, the level design is very abstract at times, which is amazing when I'm in the moment, but it kinda makes them bleed together in my memory. Oh, and the soundtrack is awesome. It really does motivate you to keep pushing forward. Performance-wise with the Switch version, I've not had any problems for the most part, although there are times where some strange things occurred. There were times where I'd seem to go through the floor or get stuck in a wall, and it should also be noted that you can't control the camera in this game, which doesn't matter in the grand scheme of things as the camera placement is often spot on, but I did sometimes have difficulty with depth perception. There are some fun boss fights here as well. I won't say too much, but they do experiment with different ideas which keeps them interesting. Although the second world boss has you riding your yo-yo across the sea to her ship, and I would randomly fall off the yo-yo to my doom for seemingly no reason. The game costs £24.99 on the Nintendo eShop, and for me, I don't think the price is bad given how much this game has to offer, with over 40 levels designed with the option to power through, aided by a time trial mode as well, but there's also plenty of secrets and collectibles scattered around to add replayability and exploration. Also factor in the fantastic design of these worlds and awesome soundtrack, and you can see how much value there is added. I had a few reservations with how it played at times, mostly by how building the momentum didn't always feel satisfying, but when it did work, it worked well, and there is a bit of a learning curve to it, but it's not the most complex control system to learn. But the main thing that won it over for me, if I didn't always enjoy the momentum-based gameplay, is the fact that there were these collectibles to find and side quests to do, as I just loved the exploration and the slower pace of those, and it gave me that drive to just collect everything. And I certainly can't play down the fantastic effort put into this game by a team that have proven their talents before and have shown a pretty good time here as well. But that's just me. Have you tried this game yet? What do you think of it? Let me know in those comments down below, and make sure to like and subscribe while you're down there. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.